So you bought your favorite LUT from your favorite creator, but your video still sucks. I know, that's why I don't use LUTs. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sean Brooks, creative director of Brookssmedia. I'm a videographer based in Chicago. This channel offers camera advice, camera reviews, lens reviews, and entrepreneur experience to follow you along on your business journey to help you become a better videographer and a better videographer as a business person. If this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you sub to the channel. And also follow me on IG and Twitter to get exclusive BTS footage and more on my personal profiles. But other than that, let's get into LUTs, man. So before we even start talking about LUTs and why I don't even use them, I'm pretty sure that some of you guys don't even know what a LUT is and why it's even called a LUT. A LUT was essentially an abbreviation for lookup table. So think of this like a modifier for your clip. So pretty much when you slap a LUT onto some of your footage, the editing software that you're using then looks up the values and then change either the contrast or the saturation. It changes and modifies the colors to correlate or to correspond with the lookup table. So pretty much whatever your favorite creator did and whatever the colors he's seen with his eyes, so the way he sees colors and everything, you're getting that information and you're slapping it right onto your footage. So whatever your vision was, gone, and now going with the vision of the person that you bought that LUT from. Essentially, that's how I look at it. So let's get into the first reason why I do not use LUTs. In my opinion, it makes you a lazy colorist. And what I mean by that is, like, you have to understand, as a videographer, you are more than just a person behind the camera, especially if you're a one-man band. So the things that you see, the vision that you see, the colors that you see, this is all solely based off you. So when you sit there and you take a LUT off another creator, that creator was shooting based off what he saw or she saw based on their perspective, their color, and their lighting. So if you're outside of the park, but to you the greens look a certain way and a certain hue, but to this other videographer, they're like, well, the greens look like this to me. Instead of you sitting there trying to manipulate the colors or fix the colors or color balance the colors and learn all these things to make you a better colorist, you decide to skip all that and take a cheat code and then slap a LUT on it. But at the end of the day, now you don't know how to color balance your image. Maybe your color is a little off. Maybe you got too many reds into the image, but you don't know how to do any of that because you didn't take the time out in the day to learn how to color your own footage. Coloring your own footage can go a long way, especially with professional jobs, right? So right now, take for example, as in a pandemic, if you were actually a good colorist, instead of you having to be forced to take your camera out or not being able to use your camera, you can then get footage from big companies or even smaller companies to send to you for you to color grade their footage and to make it correct. But if you're so used to slapping LUTs onto everything, how you ever learn to do that? In my opinion, LUTs will make you a lazy colorist. Stop being lazy, do the work, put the work in, and learn how to color your own footage. Now, the next reason why I typically don't buy LUTs is, again, kind of goes back to their vision. So if this videographer was outside and he or she, you know, whatever camera they're shooting with, whether ISO range, whether f-stop, their exposure, whatever it is, they are correcting for what they shot. So if their exposure was like a little bit bright, but your exposure wasn't, then you have to change and tweak the LUT, obviously, right? Because you can't change the opacity of the LUT if how strong you want it. But at the end of the day, you're still shooting based off what somebody else saw versus what you're seeing in your own footage. And that's a problem. You were not there to see why they chose the look that they're going for. The thing about being a videographer and a creator, you have to be able to create your own vision and your own look. And you can't do that if you're consistently slapping LUTs or slapping a vision, somebody else's vision onto your vision. That's not how that works. So whatever lens they shot with a focal length, so let's just say they shot a rose, for example, and they really wanted this rose to be this particular red because when they shot it and the time that they shot it, this is what they saw, and they adjusted the colors to match the scene in their head. But you, on the other hand, you have a rose, now you're just slapping whatever scene they saw into your vision. That's like, well, what did you see though? I don't wanna see what Peter McKinnon did or Maddie Hapoy did. I wanna see what such and such saw, but I can't do that if you're consistently slapping LUTs onto your footage. Here's the thing, there's not all bad things when it comes to LUTs. You know what I'm saying, I get that. If you're a new videographer and coloring is not your thing, then yes, LUTs can save, you know what I'm saying, your footage for your lack of experience. But at the same token, in that same breath, you can also take that same energy and that same thought process and apply it the other way, in which, well, if I'm not good at coloring, let me learn how to color my footage better versus buying somebody else's work to slap on yours. Now I know there are free LUTs, but there are also some that are not free. So if there's a pay LUT or a free LUT, I recommend that you do neither, and then just learn how to color grade your own footage. It takes time and it takes work, but honestly the payoff is way bigger in the end. Now I'm not saying you can't go and look at videos on how to create LUTs or see how they did things to kind of get the look they're going for. No, I get that. Also, it'll be different if you're taking that LUT and you're trying to reconstruct what they did, because then you're also teaching yourself on how to color grade better. Now that's a different story, but if you're just taking the LUT and slapping it onto your footage, you're pretty much just slapping somebody else's vision onto yours. And that's just, to me, if you're gonna be great at your craft, that's just not what you do. So in conclusion, stop being lazy, learn how to color correct, learn how to manipulate your own colors in your own vision, in your own eye, in your own mind, and you'll be way better off. I promise you, trust me, this has helped save me a lot on my professional footage when I do professional work. I can't slap LUTs onto everything when my client needs something in specific. So keep that in mind. Your clients may ask something for like specifically from you, and if you're so used to slapping LUTs on, you're gonna miss that job because you don't know where to start. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Sean Brooks. Go out there, stop being lazy, create something, create your own look, create your own vision. Stay tuned for the next video, man, and we out. Deuces.